Good morning to you. Welcome to Pittsburgh Today Live. I'm Christine Sorensen. Thanks for being with us on this chilly Monday morning. You know, January is Glaucoma Awareness Month. It's something we should all be aware of. Glaucoma can rob you of your eyesight, and you won't even know it's attacking your eyes often until it's too late. Now, a local doctor has come up with a new tool for early detection. We'll find out much more about this later this morning. January is Glaucoma Awareness Month, a time to remind everyone about the disease that robs people of their eyesight at a slow pace with damage that's irreversible. Dr. Joel Schuman from the UPMC Eye Center is considered one of the nation's leading authorities on the treatment of glaucoma. In fact, he developed a tool for early detection, and we're glad to have Dr. Schuman with us this morning. Thanks for being here with us.
I'm pleased to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, first of all, what is glaucoma?
Glaucoma is where there's damage to the optic nerve. That's the nerve in the back of the eye. And that damage is usually caused by high pressure, although other things can cause it as well. So glaucoma isn't only a high pressure in the eye.
And who gets this?
It's a common disease, so about 2% of the population gets glaucoma, and there are more than 2 million people in the U.S. who have it. Much more common after 40 years old, but even kids can get glaucoma. And it's very important, obviously, that you get checked if you think you might be getting it.
And are there certain groups of people that are more prevalent to get it?
Definitely older people, people with diabetes, people with who are very nearsighted, and even more important, people who have a family history of glaucoma are prone to getting the disease. So
what are the symptoms? How will someone start to know that they have this?
Right. Now that is the real problem, is that usually there are no symptoms. And so if you don't get checked by your eye doctor, you'd never know that you have glaucoma.
Wow. So so obviously it's important to get checked early because you can't see the symptoms. If you can't feel the symptoms, then what do you do?
Right. So the American Academy of Ophthalmology recommends that everybody over the age of 60 get checked every year or two. And if you have any predisposition, diabetes, very nearsighted, family history, that you get checked starting at age 40. And also African Americans are at a much higher risk, and we don't exactly understand why, for getting glaucoma, 6 to 9 times the risk of Caucasians. So
tell me about the OCT scan. What is that?
So OCT is optical coherence tomography, and it's a way of making a map of the back of the eye just using light. And so what we can do is we can look specifically at the tissues that are affected by glaucoma or other retinal diseases using this machine and make a measurement.
This machine right here that we're looking at?
Yeah, actually you're seeing a patient who's getting scanned as we're watching, and it only takes a couple of seconds to do the scan. It's painless, it's non-contact, and the results are already immediately. So everything is done in real time with this. The light that's being used for it is invisible to the person who's being tested.
And this detects glaucoma before someone could notice any change in their vision?
That's right, yeah. This machine can measure the tissue that's affected by glaucoma and show us whether it's healthy or diseased if the person has glaucoma.
And you helped develop this, is that what I understand?
That's right, yeah. I was fortunate to be part of the group that developed this technology.
Wow. And is this offered everywhere now or only in certain places?
Well, the interesting thing is that OCT has been the most quickly and widely adopted technology in ophthalmology ever. And so in 1995 there was one machine, and now there are over 6,500.
Wonderful. And how is this a major advancement over what had been used before this?
It's a way of measuring in an objective, quantitative way. In other words, nobody has to use their judgment to know whether or not there's something wrong. And that didn't exist before. There are a couple of technologies that can do this, and OCT is unique in the way that it does these measurements.
And you brought these pictures here to show a little bit about what someone who has glaucoma, what will happen to their vision. Is that what this is?
That's exactly right.
While we take a picture of this, tell me what we're looking at.
So the top picture here is showing what somebody would see who has normal, healthy vision.
Okay.
And this bottom one is what that scene might look like to somebody who has glaucoma.
Oh, my goodness.
And you can see how much of the world is lost to the person with glaucoma.
And once you get it, is there any treatment at all?
Well, there is, and that's sort of why we're here talking. So this is Glaucoma Awareness Month, and what I wanted to let you know is that there are good treatments for glaucoma so that we can help to stop the disease before it causes any serious damage. And the way that we can do that is by detecting it early, which is what OCT can help us to do.
So the key is to get in early to your doctor because you need to get it treated early. Once you develop this kind of eyesight, it is irreversible?
That's correct. The damage that's done by glaucoma is permanent. And so it's very, very important that we catch the disease early and find out if you have it, and if you do have it, to monitor the disease regularly to catch the earliest signs of progression.
So what kind of options does someone have if they get the scan and find out they do have glaucoma?
There are several different types of treatments. There are eye drops, even eye drops that are just once a day, that work very well for most people. There's laser, and laser treatment is painless and very effective. And there's surgery and different types of operations that can be done. So there are many options for treating glaucoma.
Well, Dr. Joel Schuman, thank you so much for all this information, and hopefully a lot of people out there will take it to heart and get checked.
Thank you very much for having me here. It's been a pleasure.
And again, thanks to Dr. Joel Schuman of the UPMC Eye Center for his work diagnosing glaucoma.